When I see Chico, I see a campus and people that have bought a lie, that have allowed themselves to be satisfied with a shallow view of life. They have been taken captive by things they thought would give them life, but things they thought would bring them joy and freedom have instead enslaved them. When I talk to students on campus, it is easy to see that they are struggling with unmet expectations from what their culture has promised them. They are desperately seeking relationships that would value them, joy that is lasting, and purpose that is life-giving. In pursuit of these things, Chico has settled for shallow, self-serving relationships. They have convinced themselves that their elusive, fleeting joy is in fact fulfilling, and have resolved that life's only purpose lies in individual contentment. This breaks my heart that thousands of students leave Chico enslaved by these ideals. Relationships that would value them, joy that is lasting, and purpose that is life-giving can only be found in a relationship with Jesus Christ. Life is not simply found through Him, but in Him.
When I came to Chico State, I found exactly what I was looking for. I grew up in the scene, smoking weed, drinking alcohol daily, in and out of broken relationships. I was addicted. Chico State offered me bigger and better. I knew what I wanted, and the culture here gave me exactly that. I had more women, more willing, more alcohol, more friends, more weed, more drugs, and easier access. I had an unquenchable thirst that was supported by my insecurities. I had to be accepted. I'd be whoever you'd want me to be. Chico gave me what it promised. I had friends. I was accepted. I had access. I had women. I had highs. I got drunk. And then, my idols betrayed me. There were never enough women. I was never high enough. I couldn't mask the pain. I was alone in the crowds. I knew no one, and no one knew me. You promised me pleasure, and you left me in a pool of my own vomit. You promised me highs, but you left me hopeless. You promised me friends, and you left me alone. Chico, you promised me life. You lied. Then in stepped Jesus. In my filth, He made me clean. In my hopelessness, He gave me new hope. In my loneliness, He saved me. Jesus released me from slavery. He changed my heart and gave me new desires. He called me out of broken relationships, and He gave me true community through Campus Crusade. He brought me out of darkness and into light. He called me out of death and into life.
We worship a perfect, holy, just, wonderful, all-powerful, all-loving, faithful, and good God who created us to be in relationship with Him. But something has gone terribly wrong. That relationship with God was broken in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve exchanged the truth of God for a lie and chose to sin against God and disobey Him. Just like Adam and Eve, today all of us have broken that relationship with God in acts of active rebellion and apathy against God. We have all rebelled, all have disobeyed, and all have betrayed our God. Nothing we can do can make us right with God. Nothing we can perform can fix this relationship. Man stands guilty before the Holy One. How could perfection ever allow mankind into His presence? Romans tells us, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and that the wages of sin is death. And that is exactly what we deserve. Eternal death. But God saves sinners. Jesus stepped in and lived the life we were meant to live, died the death we should have died, and gave the gift we could not earn, life.
If you have not entrusted your life to Christ, we pray that you would. And if you have put your faith in the Lord, keep fighting, keep running, for your labor is not in vain. Jesus says in His Great Commission to go and make disciples of all nations. Jesus has not called us to religion, but to Him. Author and speaker Rick James explains that it's not about what you do for Jesus, but what Jesus has already done for you. Chico is broken and needs the gospel. No dogmas, no politics, no hypocrisy. Jesus without religion.